somebody asked me, ask him what happened between him and Dyablo.
Well, me and Dyablo, we were introduced by the label I was telling you about.
Okay.
He got involved with them with business, as far as my album goes. When I signed and gave that company my album, they did a deal with Dyablo, and at the time, I don't know if Dyablo he didn't want me in his label, or he didn't want me rapping with him or against him or something. But it was kind of an issue for us to get that album flowing, because he had exclusive rights from the label that I was signed to for distribution. He was the main distributor of that album.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happened between him and the label. They ended up fucking each other over, and I don't know if he figured I had something to do with it, but he had a lot of fucked up shit to say about me. And then he tried to me quiso pagar. Like, my album back in the days, if you had power, like if you knew people and your music was distributed and you were a main distributor of Chicano rap, you had the ability to stop people from flowing into the market. So he tried to do that to me. They pressed a couple thousand albums of mine, and he was telling everybody they weren't selling. He wasn't getting rid of them. And the label that I was with, I guess, they went and did another deal with someone else because he wasn't selling the albums. And they ended up getting it through a distribution company, selling all the albums through Televisa, and Dyablo ended up getting on the losing end.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if he took that personal against me. Had nothing to do with me, because I got fucked over on the album too.
Right.
But we had some things to say on records, on songs.
Okay.
Nothing really too aggressive or too serious, but it was just the acknowledgement of we didn't like each other.
Okay. And after you guys acknowledged each other, did any of you guys ever run into each other?
No, to this day we haven't, but we have talked on the phone. We're grown men. That shit happened when I first got out. I was still hot-headed. I could say that.
Right.
So he hit me up because some other breakthroughs went through with the label.
Okay.
And he was trying to see if there was a way to get his investment back. And he also wanted to work together. He's like, really beef and whatever. I'm like, I don't really have beef with you, dog, but in order to work together, like, we've already been through what we've been through.
Right.
And I'm not trying to get political on you, but in the hood, if you got problems with your homie and you want to be cool again, then you got to throw down. And like I told him, I know you're not going to throw down. I know we're not going to throw down like some kids, but I can't just sit there and do a song with you, and act like it's all good. I'll tell you what, let's do a battle. Let's do a battle. Let's do a song, and let's do one show of us battling each other. It'll be good for us, and it'll be good for hip hop. And after that, I'll work with you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. But that's the way we break the ice.
Right.
Because I can't just jump into it and be like, oh, we talked all this shit about each other. Let's do a song. And that's just not me. So the only way to break that ice is handle it through hip hop. If we're not going to throw down over it, then let's handle it through hip hop. Let's throw down that way. But I hit him up about it. I don't know if he's with it. That's been my proposal. And no bad blood, of course. Like I said, I'm a grown man. He's a grown man. But something like that it just feels right to me, Okay. And I'm not cagapalo or nothing like that. It's just, it just seems like the right thing to do, for us and for hip hop, because everybody knows we had our little run-ins and nothing serious, like I said. But it's a good way to squash the beef. I think.
Why would he think that you had something to do with the label? Like,
because in those days, bro, everything was broken down into camps. If you fuck with this circle, then I fuck with this circle. Then if I don't fuck with somebody in that circle, I don't fuck with you no more. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it became. But I mean, like I said, I didn't know too much in the game. And then another thing is, I reached out to him, bro, actually before I signed to that label.
Okay.
And I left him a message. I was like, hey, bro, I'm an up and coming rapper. I'm trying to make it, this and this and that. And then later on, he tried to use it against me. Like, ¿te acuerdas cuando me hablabas y que te ayudara and all this shit,
Right.
Like, yeah, I remember, bro. I hella remember it.
Yeah,
I remember you didn't help me.
help.
Yeah, and I remember you didn't help me. But like I said before, look where it got me.
Yeah.
Without your help. So I mean, like I said, it's not no bad blood against him, bro. It's something that's just been overdrawn too long.
Right.
And I feel like we should just battle to get it over with and start fucking working. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot about something. Say they release a poster tomorrow, Duende and Dyablo, the go heads up as far as rap battle. Who would you think the people would be saying, este güey va a ganar? Who would you think people would be betting on?
I don't know, dog, because he has his fan base, and I got mine, and some of my fans are his fans, some of his fans are my fans, But de que los dos agarramos respeto in the game, that's a fact. So I can't say that people will be more for me or be more for him. It would be something interesting to look at.
Fuck, that shit should be like pay-per-view on YouTube, bro. I mean, you just got to be seeing the bigger picture. Don't just do that shit for free,
Right.
But, you know what? Let me say this. First and foremost, I want to thank you for coming out here, because this platform was created for people like you, to give not only myself an opportunity to interview people like you, but to shine light and to give you guys a platform to let your voice be heard.
Of course.
I try to look for interviews of you, and there's really none out there, At least none that where I can see you,
right?
Talking. Maybe there's some on some Spotify's or whatever, but I was looking for an in-depth interview on you, and I couldn't find one. Is there any out there?
This is my first formal interview, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten interviewed by other labels that are doing their thing, other channels, but never something formal. It's always been something like underground and stuff like that. So
awesome, man. So that's a Roadium Radio exclusive. The reason why we call this, and if you don't know, let me just share for the public that may not know as well. Roadium came from a place, a swap meet, open air market, a flea market in the city of Gardena, where a Japanese man just set up his stand, sold records, sold his cassettes. In 1987, Dr. Dre started doing mixtapes for him, just regular mixtapes, and rapping over them.
Right.
I'm sorry, 84. He stopped in 87. I took over at 87 to 91 doing the mixtapes. So I had a chance, an opportunity to meet those guys, the whole NWA camp, when they were first forming. I didn't know who they were going to be, who they were going to become. When people usually ask me, how was it working with those guys on those mixtapes? I said, they were just regular dudes, because they weren't the NWA that they are now.
Yeah,
back then.
They weren't there yet.
Yeah, they weren't there yet. So they were just normal guys. So I was very thankful for the opportunity that this man, Steve, this Japanese man, Steve, gave me. And actually, he was a Japanese man from the city of Whittier. And everybody in this industry, he introduced me to. I mean, everyone. I met Hammer yesterday because this guy used to sell MC Hammer stuff, and this guy introduced me to a woman named Violet Brown, who is MC Hammer's good friend. So I went up to him, started talking to him. How you doing? We have a mutual friend, Violet Brown. Oh yeah, Violet Brown. Took a picture. We got the chance to hang out. Got a chance to talk to him. Awesome. All because it all started with this guy.
Right.
He passed away about 5 years now. I did a documentary based, if you will, on his Swamp Me stand and what his contribution to West Coast hip hop starting from the early 80s. Okay. So now I did all that just for his name would not get lost in West Coast hip hop history. He passed away, so I'm in a sense carrying on his legacy, because he would take so many independent artists. Let's just say you came to me back then and you said, hey, you know what, Steve, do you sell my records? I got 10 of them. Okay, cool. I'll put them on consignment. And if they sell good, I'll call you back and we'll take some more.
Right.
He did that, and then he will put them on mixtapes. And if that sold good, then I'll have you come back and rap on the instrumental. Okay. That's what he did to Young MC, to Tone Loc, to JJ Fad, all of these 80s groups. So this platform is created to do that, to get people a voice that may be independent, who may want their voice to be heard, or told I need an interview because I got this album jumping off, or I got this video. That's what this is here to do.
And I appreciate that. Like, I feel we need a lot more people like yourself. A lot of the times people get lost in their success and they forget what it's like to be, people like me, or people that are trying to be like me. So for you to actually dedicate yourself to to building a platform for that. It speaks volumes, because you know you don't have to.
Right.
Fucking you're Tony A, bro. You don't have to do none of that shit. But you're here and you're taking the time to have the conversation with me, so people could understand more or less where we all come from. Because I know you don't just stick to one, you know, one of one person's liking.
Right.
You have everybody here.
Yes.
And that's what matters. We need more platforms for our people.
Yes.
You know, I'm not trying to say, you know, just stick to your race. No, but I am trying to say support your people.
Yes.
Because there's not enough support for each other. You know, we support a lot of the rest of the world and we forget about ourselves.
Absolutely.
And we're the ones that need most of the support from each other, because don't nobody know what our people's going through but us. I may be a rapper, but you know, I have problems just like everyone else. Like I have family that goes through shit. I go through shit. You know, it's a struggle. Every day's a struggle. Being raza, and especially in this fucking country, is the biggest struggle. So that's why we need platforms like this to support each other. It's like fucking group support, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like counseling for each other.
Absolutely.
Because we don't got that. There's no platforms, you know, on the mainstreams that speak about us.
Right.
You know, we're like invisible right now.
Yeah.
And if we don't do this kind of shit and ask each other, you know, what's up, what can you bring, what can I do, then we're gonna stay stuck in the fucking place where we've been for decades.
For decades.